Hi, this is Christian, and welcome to NFL Updates Express, your weekly dose of NFL news. Coming your way, Wildcard Weekend predictions. The playoffs start on ESPN when the Arizona Cardinals take on the Carolina Panthers at Bank of America Stadium. Now, you would think this would be an easy win for the Panthers, right? With the Cardinals down to their third-string quarterback, Ryan Leonard. But no, that is not the case. Bruce Arians has done an amazing job with their quarterbacks, Carson Palmer and Drew Stanton, who are out with injuries. And Ryan Lindley, even though he has had his share of interceptions, he should have a solid day against the Panthers. Even though with the Panthers defense playing as good as they have all season, it may be tough for points to come around. If the Panthers defense can force a few turnovers, it may be a long day for the Cardinals, though. Cam Newton and the offense are playing extremely well, with Kelvin Benjamin, Greg Olsen, and Jonathan Stewart have revived this Panthers team from the grave, and now they are in the playoffs at 7-8-1. You would think that this would be a mismatch, but I think that the Cardinals will keep the game close even with their third-string quarterback because they do have a lot of offensive weapons like Larry Fitzgerald and, of course, Michael Floyd as well. But I think that the Carolina Panthers, on a roll with their 4-game winning streak, will be able to get the job done. It's one of the best rivalries in the NFL when the Baltimore Ravens take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, the Baltimore Ravens, well, they got a little bit of a break when they found out that Le'Veon Bell, the star running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, will not be able to play due to a knee injury last week against Cincinnati Bengals. The Ravens, though, well, they need to get their running game going with Justin Forsett having a career year, and also Steve Smith Sr. on the Ravens and Torrey Smith. And Joe Flacco will really need to step up in the postseason like he has in years past. The Steelers, on the other hand, while their defense has improved drastically after a few seasons of mediocrity, and now they get a chance to beat their division rival and advance in the postseason. We already know about the Steelers' 3 stars with Bell, who won't play, but they also have Ben Roethlisberger, their quarterback, and also Antonio Brown at wide receiver. If they can get their other receivers going as well, then this will be a tough game for Baltimore to win. I'm really tempted to pick the Ravens, though, because of Le'Veon Bell not being able to play for the Steelers, but I think at home at Heinz Field, the Steelers will find a way to get the job done. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the last time these teams played, the Indianapolis Colts shut out the Cincinnati Bengals by the score of 27-0. But I have a feeling it will be different this time around. With the Bengals' running game, Giovanni Bernard and Jeremy Hill taking the reins there, it should be a completely different game, along with Ahmad Bradshaw not being able to play for Indianapolis. Both defenses really need to step up and stop the receiving core of each team. The Bengals have Mohamed Sanu and AJ Green, who may not play due to a concussion, and also with the Colts, we already know about Reggie Wayne, but there's also T.Y. Hilton and the 2 good tight ends, Coby Fleener and Dwayne Allen. So it'll be fun to watch both teams. Overall, I think that it's going to come down to whoever plays defense better, because everyone's looking at the 2 quarterbacks since Andy Dalton hasn't been able to win in the playoffs, and also Luck, who has struggled in the playoffs as well. But I think the home team gets it done here, as the Colts will get a win against the Bengals. The final game features the Detroit Lions with Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson as they travel to the division winners in the NFC East, the Dallas Cowboys, with Tony Romo and Dez Bryant. Now, the Detroit Lions, well, they haven't made the playoffs that much, but when they do, they have struggled, and they haven't won a playoff game in about 20 years. The Cowboys, on the other hand, well, they're making their first trip to the postseason in a couple of years, and they'll be looking to get their first win in a while against the Lions. The Dallas Cowboys, well, they have a great offensive line, great receivers with Dez Bryant, Terrence Williams, and also tight end Jason Witten. So they have a lot of talent there, along in the running game with Randall and, of course, DeMarco Murray at the running game. The Lions have talent of their own, though, with Golden Tate and, of course, Calvin Johnson at receiver. Matthew Stafford will be the biggest X factor for the Lions if they hope to win. On the defensive side, well, it's Ndamukong Suh for the Detroit Lions after he got his suspension overruled after stomping on Aaron Rodgers once again, and he'll be a big factor if the Lions want to upset the Cowboys. But with the Cowboys defense playing surprisingly well and their offense stepping up to the task with Romo not playing like Romo has in the past, then I think that the Dallas Cowboys will win their first playoff game in a few years. Is there a team that's playing this weekend that could make it all the way to Super Bowl 49? Well, there are some sleeper teams in there. The Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers are prime contenders in the NFC. Now, don't laugh at the Panthers' 7-8-1 record, because with a great defense, a quarterback that's playing really well at a great time too in the playoffs, and also a good running game and receiving core with Olsen and Benjamin, they could make a run. And we already know about the Cowboys with DeMarco Murray, their amazing offensive line, and also their stable of receivers with Dez Bryant and Terrence Williams. It was a great end to the NFL season for 2014, and here's how it went down. It was the Vikings over the Bears 13-9, the Panthers over the Falcons 34-3, the Cowboys over the Redskins 44-17, the Ravens over the Browns 20-10, the Colts over the Titans 27-10, the Texans over the Jaguars 23-17, the Jets over the Dolphins 37-24, the Chiefs over the Chargers 19-7, the Bills over the Patriots 17-9, the Eagles over the Giants 34-26, the Packers over the Lions 30-20, the Saints over the Buccaneers 23-20, the Broncos over the Raiders 47-14, the 49ers over the Cardinals 20-17, the Seahawks over the Rams 20-6, and the Steelers over the Bengals 27-17. The game of the week was Steelers versus Bengals, and the upset of the week was Chiefs versus Chargers. My prediction record, along with Dylan's prediction record, was 11-5. Our prediction records for the entire year, mine is 158, 97, and 1. Dylan's is 169, 86, and 1.